Okay, so the aims of the options evening. So these are exciting times for Year 9. They'll be engaging in options activities throughout this week and next week. This includes subject assemblies, quizzes and a careers assembly. The aim of this event is to introduce you to the curriculum at Key Stage 4 and the choices students will be making for September as they move into years 10 and then on to year 11. We'll also outline the timeline of the options process and the events that students will be taking part in the next 2 weeks. And we'll also let you know how you can contact us if you need further advice or if you have any further questions following this evening. So Year 9 options are a really exciting time for Year 9. These are the decisions that students make as to which subjects they wish to continue studying in Key Stage 4. It's vital that students think carefully about the choices they make. And the subjects they choose. So the options students choose for Key Stage 4 will affect how they spend their time at the academy, and it may also influence the courses that they take in our sixth form too. So it's important to choose options that will interest and motivate them to achieve to the best of their ability. And we will support students in making these choices through the information provided in this meeting, through the options booklet and the subject assemblies which are taking place this week. And they also have a really exciting explore, research and action task. And I've emailed all parents a link to that booklet this evening, and I'll explain a little bit more about that in just a minute. Okay, so on to the curriculum. So all students will study the core curriculum. I'll just pause for a moment to allow you to read through the list of subjects on the screen. Okay, so these are the important subjects that students must study in order to continue into further education and into employment. So the core subjects are English language and literature, maths and science, and all of these are studied at GCSE level. In addition to those subjects, we also have core PE, which students take part in, religious education, and they will continue with the PSHE curriculum from Key Stage 3 into Key Stage 4. So our option choices, students have a wide range of subjects to choose from at Swindon Academy. So just take a moment to read through the list of subjects on this slide. So you'll be able to choose subjects from this list, and there is a wide range of subjects, including GCSEs and vocational courses. Our Year 9 students are allocated to a particular pathway. The pathway your child is taking is based on the data we have collected regarding their potential to achieve success in the subjects offered within that particular pathway. Students have the option to choose any of the subjects offered in the curriculum, and where we feel a subject may not be suitable for a student, we will have a conversation with them. Grammar Stream and Ebac pathways follow the Ebac. This is a particular group of subjects, including the core subjects, geography or history, and a language, which is Spanish at Swindon Academy. Then they have one free subject choice. The Progress 8 pathways still allow pupils to choose Ebac subjects and should they wish to. So what is the Ebac? So the Ebac is not a qualification on its own. So while your child may not have decided on their future career path yet, choosing the Ebac at GCSE gives them access to a full range of employment options when they leave secondary school and the broad knowledge that employers are looking for. So if they're thinking of going to university, the Ebac is also recommended by Britain's most prestigious universities. So it's a combination of GCSE subjects, including a language, that offer an important range of knowledge and skills to young people. Languages are an important part of Ebac, and studying a foreign language can be extremely rewarding and exciting. They provide an insight into other cultures and can open the door to travel and employment opportunities. They can also broaden people's horizons, helping them to flourish in new environments. And what's more, we know that employers value languages as they are increasingly important to make sure that we can compete in global markets. Because of this, languages are increasingly becoming a requirement for many graduate schemes, even schemes such as those offered by Lidl. And while arts and music are not included in the Ebac, every child should still experience a high quality arts and cultural education throughout their time at school. And this is as part of a balanced curriculum. So students may take 8 or 9 GCSEs and they will have further option choice so that they can choose subjects based on wider interests like art and music, as well as others such as physical education or design and technology. So the options booklet is a very important document. All students today have received an ePraise message with a link to their options booklet. So it would be a good idea to download the booklet so that you can have a look together with your child. So it contains detailed information about the options process, but particularly about the individual subjects. So options booklets, as I've said, have all been sent via ePraise message. The pathway that your child is on is identified on the back cover of the booklet and is also in their ePraise message. The booklet also contains further careers advice. Okay, so our Explore Research Action Activity booklet, as I've said, students have received the link to this as well as parents. So in order to help students make the right decision about their future, we have put this booklet together to help them think about how GCSE options and vocational options will affect their future career choices and how to pick the best options for them. So it consists of the following activities. So explore, so to understand the pathways to future careers. So there are lots of quizzes to help students think about skills, their qualities and their personalities. Research, so destinations that can support career pathways. They will use Career Pilot to research job roles and learn how to get their dream job. And for action, there's a checklist of actions at the back of the booklet to help you and your child keep track of your options activities throughout this process. And here you can see some of the activities that students can undertake. So you've got the I Could quiz, which asks students lots of questions and identifies them as a particular personality type. There are 8 different animals that you can be. So you could be an elephant, or we've got a koala bear or a lion. But in seriousness, it does help students sort of understand where their skills are. And it does match them to particular career pathways that they might want to take. There's also a skills profile and a careerometer just to help them select jobs and then to compare them against each other. So some really nice activities there for students to engage with over the next week or 2. Subjects to assembly. So we started this morning and we looked at PE, so sport and fitness this morning. We'll be watching subject assemblies that have been recorded by our subject leaders. This will introduce the structure of the qualification, the content, what are the kind of students that might want to take this qualification, how that qualification might be assessed. So is it exams? Is there coursework? Do you have practical activities? And then future career pathways in that subject. So most mornings we'll look 2 or 3 subjects across the rest of this week. So here's an overview of the options process. So I'll just give you a moment just to read through the dates. So students, the options process started today, as we've said, with the assemblies, with this evening's event, options booklet and the explore, research and action activities. So that's all started today. From next Monday, Mrs. Wright will release the options form and students have a week to complete that form. The options team will start then reviewing the qualifications that students have chosen from the week beginning the 28th of March. And from this point, we'll be speaking to students that may have not received their first or second choices. Students will receive their final option choices week beginning the 2nd of May. So that's when they'll find out their actual choices. Okay, so just to consider some advice that we'll be sharing with Year 9 this week. So as you can see there on the screen, talking to your family is extremely useful when selecting your options. And just to talk to maybe older brothers or sisters or cousins or older students or friends within the school about their experiences when they were selecting their options and kind of how they found the process. Some really simple ones. Just because your favourite teacher teaches you that subject doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to enjoy that subject or take a career in it. The options booklet is key to this process. It contains everything that you need to know and in great detail about every subject. So please use that to support students when making their decisions. As we've said, if you're planning, your child is planning on going to university, it is best to choose a humanities subject and a language. Listen very carefully, so ensure that students listen carefully to the information given to them in subject assemblies. From next Monday, the 14th, we will post links to all of the subject assemblies on our website. We've got a new options page and I'll be sending a link out to you all with that link tomorrow. We're not releasing subject assemblies until next week, as we want students to have watched all of them before we release the options form, and then you'll have at least a week to watch those assemblies again before making your choices. Okay, a bit more advice. Definitely complete those quizzes and activities. Don't study, or students shouldn't study subjects just because their friends are doing it and they're not particularly fond of it. Choose things that you're good at. You're going to spend a couple of years on that subject and maybe sixth form and beyond there. So if you need any further support with your option choices, you can contact the following people via ePraise message. So your student champion, myself, Mrs. Thompson, Mr. Warren, or Mrs. Wright, so all via ePraise message, and that is students and parents alike. So what's going to happen next? So here's our kind of timeline of events. So lots of things happening today. We'll keep you up to date throughout the process, so you may receive a few more messages from me. And just a reminder when the options form opens and of those deadlines. Okay, and again, that final date of the 2nd of May. So we will follow up from this evening with an ePraise message, so you'll receive that within the next half an hour with our frequently asked questions document attached. And should you have any questions that are not being covered by this document, you may reply to me via an ePraise message. And we will get back to you as quick as we can within 48 hours. So that's everything from me. Thank you for attending the meeting, and I hope you have a really good evening. Please get in touch with any further questions. Thank you very much.